The Blue Lock Chapter 313 leaks are finally here, and with it comes the official kickoff of the U-20 World Cup. Blue Lock Japan versus Nigeria is about to begin, and the moment we've been waiting for years is finally here. What's going on, everyone? My name is Animasu, and in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the leaks for Blue Lock Chapter 313, titled Opening Warriors. If you're hyped up for this match and the rest of the U-20 arc and want to stay updated every step of the way, make sure you've subscribed to the channel with post notifications turned on. And if you want to talk Blue Lock with me or the rest of the community, feel free to drop a comment or join the Discord server link down below. You can actually read along with the leaked panels there, as I cannot share them on YouTube due to copyright issues. Anyways, thanks as usual for tuning in, and please enjoy the leaks. The Blue Lock Chapter 313 leaks begin with intro text stating, "Back then, in that place up in the sky, ONAZI gave us light." With a young ONAZI being shown playing football on the beach with a bunch of friends, he leaps high into the air before volleying a pass for what we assume to be a goal. All of his friends are hyping him up and talking about how extraordinary he is. Meanwhile, I'm just clueless while we're already getting a backstory. I guess I would prefer it before the match rather than during, but if Nigeria is already getting the backstory buff, I'm assuming they're maybe gonna get that first goal too. Rather than continuing ONAZI's backstory, the chapter instead cuts over to the two commentators from the previous Japan U20 match, introducing themselves again. These guys will be handling commentary for the entire U20 World Cup, and honestly, I'm glad these two goats are back. They had me hype as hell during season 2 of the anime, so a round of applause for them there. As they begin, a diagram of Group A is shown on screen while they break down the tournament format. And yeah, if you've been paying attention, you probably already know how this works, but if not, here's a quick recap. A total of 64 teams or countries will be participating in this tournament, divided into 16 groups of 4. The top 2 teams from each group will move on to the next round, while the bottom 2 teams will be eliminated right then and there. Simple as that. And with Blue Lock Japan in Group A alongside France, Nigeria, and England, we know it's going to be crazy. The announcers then dive into more tournament talk, going over what the competition means for the future of football, but more importantly, they reveal 2 key details. First, Nigeria's formation is shown as a 4-2-3-1 with ONAZI playing as the lone striker leading the charge. Second, it's confirmed that players from every country will be using Mikage Corporation earbuds just like in a new Egoist League, so communication on the field stays crystal clear no matter the language barrier. Wrapping up their segment, the announcers send their best wishes to Japan, urging them to define and conquer this new era of football. With that, the U20 World Cup arc officially begins as Japan takes on Nigeria in the tournament's opening match. We get an absolutely stunning double spread, as expected, to showcase the start of the game. Yoichi and Itoshi are already in motion, charging forward in sync, while Nigeria's ONAZI takes the opening touch to set things in motion. I genuinely feel like a little kid on Christmas Eve night because we are finally in the midst of the biggest arc in Blue Lock yet that I've been waiting so long for. Y'all gotta let me know if you're hype or not. Anyways, Nigeria's captain and offensive midfielder Kushani is the one who receives the opening pass. He stands tall with total confidence as Isugi and Rin sprint forward and rush him fast. Just as Isugi steps in, Kushani fakes a touch to the right before smoothly dragging the ball left and slipping right around him. And just like that, our poor main character is already getting his ankles tested on the world stage. Isugi gets completely sent and Kushani keeps pushing forward while Rin sprints around to try and recover. Itoshi and Ryo Mikage both step in to try and shut things down, but they're just a second too late. Kushani slips a perfect pass right between them, threading the needle with insane precision. The ball looks like it's heading towards Bachara, who turns around to track it, probably thinking it's a lucky interception. What he doesn't realize is sprinting straight in front of him is Nigeria's right midfielder, Bello, with a huge grin on his face. As the ball bounces into the air right in front of Bachara, he freezes for just a second, caught off guard as Bello leaps in from out of nowhere. Tapping the ball to his right and then leaping straight through the air, he pushes off Bachara's back to prevent any trouble. Bachara tries to turn and react, probably wondering what just hit him, but before he can do anything, Bello sends a high ball launching downfield. The chapter immediately cuts to Ryu, who's already reacting and moving into position, ready to contest it in the air. Unfortunately though, before Ryu can even leap, ONAZI comes flying in from behind and beats him to it. He leaps into the air with perfect timing and taps the ball upward, casually announcing that everything's fine now because he's here. Ryu's eyes go wide, completely stunned by ONAZI's speed and vertical. Meanwhile, ONAZI lands with a big grin on his face, rocking a headband with his initials on it like he's got his own brand of swag already. It's crazy to see Ryu lose in a battle of glamour and be shut down just like that, but I guess this is the world stage after all. With no other choice, Ryu yells out for help as their captain, Oliver Aiku, slides into position right in front of ONAZI and tells him to bring it on. ONAZI does not hesitate. He taps the ball up again and flashes that same wide smile, calmly saying that the top right of their net is wide open. With Aiku stepping in low to block and Ryu sprinting in from behind, ONAZI goes for it anyway. He launches into a volley and fires off a shot attempt not even 10 pages into the tournament. And it's rough, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, because unfortunately, Kagamaru doesn't even get the chance to shine here. It's not from a goal though, but because before the ball can make it to the net, Nico leaps in and takes the shot straight to the face. He tanks it clean and states his role loud and clear. He's the one who fills the gaps to tear apart the opponent's offense, as that is the iron rule of positioning. And honestly, my boy Nico looked hella cool doing this, plus 100 aura. He kinda looks like Isagi here, one eye open, casually mocking Nigeria like he didn't just block a missile with his face. ONAZI, instead of getting frustrated, just smiles and calls him awesome. I hate good sports, but with crow feathers drifting at the bottom of the page, we already know what that means. The assassin himself, Karasu Tabito, is officially on the scene. We see him leap high into the air above two Nigerian players, calmly chest trapping the ball like he's been waiting for this exact moment. With a twisted grin stretched across his face, he declares that Blue Lock is about to be reborn. Then without wasting a second, he launches a high-arching pass to kickstart the counterattack. Every player on the field starts turning in unison, the tension explodes, and the announcers are screaming as we're hit with an absolutely insane double spread. The first to receive the ball is Yo Hiyori, who calmly leaps into the air and softly taps the ball back up right in front of him. Taking one quick glance ahead, Hiyori whips a slick pass around two Nigerian players, completely voiding their presence as obstacles on his way. The ball arrives perfectly at the feet of Itoshi Rain, who's shown at the bottom of the page trapping it smoothly and preparing to make his next move. Immediately with a player closing in behind him, Itoshi Rain throws his weight into a defender and executes a smooth roulette to spin around him and push forward. Unfortunately for Nigeria's defense, that next defender looks just as helpless against Rein's finesse and control. I mean, those two got absolutely cooked. As Itoshi Rain charges ahead, he finally comes face to face with Nigeria's number 8, who slams his foot down hard in front of Rein and proclaims that he'll stop him here. Unfortunately for that defender, the next page hits us with a massive double spread showing Itoshi Rain already activating his Predator Eye. Right off the rip, Rein unleashes a shot of his own. We see the ball curve through the air with insane accuracy, slicing just under the defender's arm with an absurd amount of spin. Itoshi Rein's text bubbles are deep black already as he declares that the shot has already been fired, calling the defender tepid and useless. Leaping through the air just like Julian Loki did though with the Kaiser impact, ONAZI sprints back to the defense in time and jumps perfectly to block Itoshi Rein's shot. Their goalkeeper meanwhile, barely shifted to react to the ball's direction. ONAZI's presence alone sends shockwaves through the stadium as announcers in the crowd erupt, firmly declaring that he is here to make a statement. Both teams have opened this match with fierce declarations of war, however, we still have no clue how the hell ONAZI got here in time. I guess in the Blue Lock universe, if you become a good enough striker, you also become a magical defender too. We gotta keep that trope going. The final page of today's leaks low-key pissed me off too, because Isagi Oichi is staring up at the loose ball with his metavision activated. That's not the problem though. With puzzle pieces peeling off his body and an iconic meta tunnel already forming, this guy actually says he can already see a guaranteed victory vision. Like, come on man, there's no way Isagi is seeing the exact path to victory just one chapter into the match. Anyways, the outro text seals it by saying, he saw the path to victory. The future where they come back against Nigeria appears in Isagi's vision. This chapter is already setting some super high expectations for this match, and I'm both hyped and low-key annoyed at the same time. No matter the case, Blue Lock chapter 314 will be dropping without a break on August 5th with the title of NUCLEUS. I feel like this is definitely referring to ONAZI, and I was clearly the center of Nigeria's strength already. He's already doing the heavy lifting out there, even sprinting back to make a goal line save before their actual goalkeeper could even flinch. Maybe that's what Isagi's already picked up on, or at least what he thinks he knows. Make sure to comment below your thoughts and theories, because I need to know what you all think about Team Nigeria so far. The other characters we've seen do have cool designs, but are they just carried by ONAZI? With that sadly closing out today's video, I just want to thank you all so much for watching this far. Starting this week, I'll be truly trying my best to lock in and become the best creator possible, as I'm feeling far better mentally and physically, as you could probably hear. I'll probably have a more serious and in-depth video talking about what's been going on with me later, but just know y'all's support has kept me pushing. Anyways, you all know the gist. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and feel free to ping me in my Discord whenever to chat. I hope you all have a great day, and please remember to drink water, eat food, and take care of yourself.